Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. My name is Chris and I'm really geeked out right now because I'm about to watch a genuine sci-fi classic for the very first time. That's right, I'm watching 2001, A Space Odyssey. Special thank you to David Fox, one of my first patrons who suggested this movie, and I was like, let's do it, 100%. Today is the day. I don't know anything about this movie, which is how I really like to go into movies. I know I have heard the classic staple musical cue at some point in my life. I cannot recall it right now for the life of me, so I know I'll recognize it once I hear it, but what is the plot of this movie? Who are the characters? These are things that have escaped my knowledge throughout my life, and that changes right now. So, thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content just like this. Without further ado, let's experience 2001, A Space Odyssey for the very first time. Oh. They decided to put the theme in right at the beginning of the movie, so I wouldn't miss it. Wow, that actually looks really cool. I do kind of want to like conduct the orchestra. Wow. I've never heard that part before. I only ever heard the first part. That's freaking beautiful. It was worth watching just for the music at the beginning. Stop. I got chills. Chills! Wow, really incredible shots. Oh my gosh, I'm legitimately impressed so far. Just with the cinematography and the shots they're having here, the scenery, the landscapes. Freaking amazing, beautiful. Interesting. Low-key, is this a nature documentary? Is this supposed to be like literally man evolving from apes? Is that what we're supposed to be seeing right now? What? That guy's doing a full-on like flip and cartwheel. What's going on? Is it like, are they celebrating? More of our kind. It is also possible that they're angry and about to fight. This is a trip. Honestly, these costumes look so good. I'm really impressed. Like, those are men in costumes, right? Either that or they have some really advanced special effects for 1969 that I cannot explain. I don't like this sound. Is that a swarm of bees? Or some other danger approaching? Oh, what is that thing? I'm guessing it's not something they constructed. It seems metallic in nature. Where did it come from? I mean, the music is so effective at making me feel like this is incredibly otherworldly. This shot of the sky also makes me feel otherworldly as well. And then it's just done. Desert. What's he thinking about? Oh, is this his first time like stumbling across the bones and now he's like thinking of uses for them? He's gaining intelligence right before our eyes. And the world's first hammer or club. A powerful weapon. And they just moved up a little higher in the food chain. Fresh meat. Oh, and they're getting more bones in the process. That's actually really smart, really cool. I hope they don't turn on each other. That seems like a very human thing to do, actually. The group without bones looks really fierce, but the group with bones, they have the bones. They've got the clubs. They're gonna win, obviously. Don't turn on your own kind, friend. Aww. That must have been the first murder. Good job, monkeys. Okay, whoa, we just completely switched gears. Now we're in space. This music is very classic, obviously. I don't know what piece of music this is, but I feel like this pre-existed 2001: A Space Odyssey, right? I don't know what they're doing to cause this a space effect of no gravity. This looks real to me. I totally believe that that pin is just floating in there. Oh, I just saw the people down there. I love that they call it picture phone. Oh man. This is cool.
What are you doing? Okay, now take care and be a good girl, won't you?
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Happy birthday.
I like that that felt legitimately like a little kid, a real conversation with a little kid. They aren't the most talkative or expressive. It didn't feel like a child actor putting on an amazing performance. It just felt like a real kid. That's really cool.
I'm just on my way up to Clavier's.
Perhaps you can clear up the great big mystery about what has been going on up there.
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Well, it's just that for the past 2 weeks, some extremely odd things have been happening at Clavier's.
You mean you haven't been able to contact anyone for the past 10 days?
That's right.
It's concerning.
2 days ago, one of our rocket buses was denied permission for emergency landing at Clavius.
Denying the men permission to land is a direct violation of the IAS convention.
Yes, of course, of course.
Frankly, we have had some very reliable intelligence reports that quite a serious epidemic has broken out at Clavius.
I'm really not at liberty to discuss this.
Oh, he knows. Oh, he knows.
The very best of luck to you.
Oh, thank you. Ladies?
Very cordial and polite. In the midst of this man has to be frustrated because he didn't learn jack. I feel like this is here for no other reason than it looks freaking cool. And it does. Good job, filmmakers. Zero gravity toilet. I don't know what those instructions say, but I promise you I'm reading every word. That seems like a really dangerous thing to do. In a weird sort of way, this kind of reminds me of Fantasia. Only without Mickey Mouse and beautiful animation, it's just like space scenes. But this music. I could watch like this all day. Listen, I really suspected being like a sci-fi classic that all this would be done very well, but it's actually done so much better than I expected. It's believable. Like, I believe that they're really landing on this moon right now, or whatever, this planet. It shouldn't look so believable. I also like that it simultaneously feels incredibly futuristic, but it also feels very grounded and realistic to what space travel is. So this movie came out the year we went to the moon. I wonder how much influence and impact that moon landing and the events leading up to it had on the style of this movie. I'm gonna guess a lot. It feels very real. Again, I see like the people over there in the left and the right. There's people in all these little windows. That is such a cool detail.
I know there have been some conflicting views held by some of you. More specifically, your opposition to the cover story.
Covers.
Created to give the impression there's an epidemic at the base.
Okay. He knows everything.
Now, I'm sure you're all aware of the extremely grave potential for cultural shock and social disorientation contained in this present situation. The purpose of my visit here is to gather additional facts and opinions, recommending when and how the news should eventually be announced.
I assume they won't start the big announcement with, the story of an epidemic was a lie. We lied to you. Here's the
Do you
truth.
have any idea how much longer this cover story will have to be maintained?
I suppose it'll be maintained as long as deemed necessary by the Council. Council has requested that formal security oaths be obtained in writing from everyone who has any knowledge of this event.
Yep. You know who doesn't really have any knowledge of this event? I might have partial knowledge, but I'm not 100% sure. Can't wait to find out.
As there seems to be no more questions, I think we ought to get on with the briefing.
All right, the briefing is what I showed up for. Let's go. They're not going to show me the briefing? They cut away. I guess I came for something else. This movie might be a textbook example of the opposite of the Eternals. This movie is really, I think, doing a great job of show, don't tell, where the Eternals did a great job of tell, don't show. Just tell the whole story in text and big data dumps in the middle of the movie. It's fine. Okay, these space travel and then long musical breaks mid-movie. It does kind of feel like we're hitting pause on the continuation of the movie, but I don't care. I love this. I could watch ships fly in space, listening to really beautiful atmospheric music forever.
we first found it, we thought it might be an outcrop of magnetic rock, but all the geological evidence was against it. It seems to have been deliberately buried.
Deliberately buried.
The only thing we're sure of is it was buried 4 million years ago.
4 million years? I can't, like, comprehend that measure in time. What are they walking into that requires this amount of creep music and it's literally like just like a bunch of guys making ghost noises, but it's super effective. It's like a random piece of flying something. Okay, that's like that metal thing. Is this meant to be the same metal thing that the monkeys found? I just like, what? Let's break this down. This is literally a giant metal slab sticking out of the ground. But because of the music and the way they're responding to it, it's like, oh my gosh, what is this otherworldly thing? It's incredible what they've done here with music and acting and lighting to what is essentially a metal slab. Like, this shouldn't be something I care about, but like they're getting a picture in front of something that is historic and monumental. So good. Oh no, wow. Oh, that noise is terrible. Is that coming from the thing? Turn it off. I'm resisting the urge to turn down my headphones. Jupiter mission, 18 months later. Oh, what is this movie? I'm starting to understand why they included the term Odyssey in the title. We're going on a journey, y'all. The way he's climbing down and that guy was over there just sitting. It confounds the mind. Oh, he's eating. Mush. Mixed mush.
3 weeks ago, the American spacecraft Discovery 1 left on its half-billion-mile voyage to Jupiter.
The crew of Discovery 1 consists of 5 men and one of the latest generation of the HAL 9000 computers.
HAL 9000. Hal?
We next spoke with the HAL 9000 computer, whom we learned one addresses as Hal.
Haha!
Good afternoon, Hal.
I do refer to it as Hal.
You're the brain and central nervous system of the ship, and your responsibilities include watching over the men in
It's
hibernation.
like Mother in Alien.
Does this ever cause you any lack of confidence?
No 9000 computer has ever made a mistake. We are all, by any practical definition of the words, foolproof and incapable of error.
Sounds prideful. I've heard pride comes before a fall.
Do you believe that Hal has genuine emotions?
Well, he acts like he has genuine emotions.
Well, he's a robot. I don't think any robot, no matter how realistic, can ever have genuine feelings. If they could, then we should all be afraid of the rumored robot uprising, artificial intelligence. But I'm not. I'm not afraid. Maybe that's why I'll be on the losing side of that battle. I don't know why I'm talking as if that's real.
Good evening, Dave.
How you doing, Hal?
Everything's running smoothly, and you?
Oh, not too bad.
I've wondered whether you might be having some second thoughts about the mission.
How do you mean?
Perhaps I'm just projecting my own concern about it. I know I've never completely freed myself of the suspicion that there are some extremely odd things about this mission.
Like this conversation?
You're working up your crew psychology report.
Of course I am. Sorry about this. Just a moment. Just a moment. I've just picked up a fault in the AE-35 unit. It's going to go 100% failure within 72 hours.
Oh no. I don't know what I think about Hal. Very useful that he was able to detect this thing that's going to fail in 72 hours. Very, very weird line of questioning, even for a psychological report. It just felt very like backdoor employee plotting against the employer, stirring up division and animosity, which is not a good quality.
Sorry you fellows are having a bit of trouble. Roger your plan to go EVA and replace Alpha Echo, a 3-5 unit, prior to failure.
I mean, look, if you have the option to replace something before it fails, 100% of the time, do it. Yeah, especially when you're in space. Doesn't sound like it's ever a good idea to let something fail. I don't know what it is or what it does, but it's got to be important or else it wouldn't be there. You're in space. That breathing, though. Is that a precursor to Darth Vader? Because it's so loud.
Open the pod doors, Hal.
I'm not entirely sure whose breathing that's supposed to be. If it's the guy in the suit, then his voice is really quiet in comparison. It's kind of wigging me out. Oh, gosh, honestly, I'm getting like goosebumps. It's making my skin crawl. Ew. He looks like a weird red shark. If I wasn't wearing headphones, the breathing probably would be a lot less disturbing. It's just like so loud in comparison to everything else. It's all around me. I mean, good job to whoever recorded that. It's like ASMR before ASMR was a thing. Yo, that red dot adds to the impression I have that Hal is not gonna end up well for this mission. I'm real concerned.
Well, Hal, I'm damned if I can find anything wrong with it.
Yes. It's puzzling.
Well, maybe
I
they
would
did.
recommend that we put the unit back in operation and let it fail.
That's a bad idea. How?
Our preliminary findings indicate that your onboard 90000 computer is in error predicting the fault. This conclusion is based on the results from our twin 90000 computer.
You're telling me the computer incapable of error has erred. Is in error.
How would you account for this discrepancy between you and the Twin 9000?
Well, I don't think there is any question about it. It can only be attributable to human error.
Are you certain there's never been any case of even the most insignificant computer error?
None whatsoever, Frank. Quite honestly, I wouldn't worry myself about that.
If there is, they covered it up. They seem smart enough to do that. He seems manipulative.
Oh, Frank, I'm having a bit of trouble with my transmitter and C-pod. I wonder if you'd come down and take a look at it with me.
Sure.
Oh, they're gonna plot. This is really interesting.
Rotate C-pod, please, Hal.
Is this a place actually outside of Hal's ability to hear? I hope so.
Rotate the pod, please, Hal.
Oh, making sure Hal can't hear. Really smart.
I've got a bad feeling about him.
Me too.
Yeah, definitely.
Still, I can't think of a good reason not to put back the number 1 unit and carry on with a failure mode analysis.
No, I agree about that.
Well, if he's wrong and there's no error, then that's a great decision.
Let's say we put the unit back and it doesn't fail, huh? That would pretty well wrap it up as far as Hal was concerned, wouldn't it?
What would Hal do if it didn't fail? Would he force it to fail?
There isn't a single aspect of ship operations that's not under his control. If he were proven to be malfunctioning, I wouldn't see how he'd have any choice but disconnection.
He won't like that. It won't like that.
I'm afraid I agree with you.
There'd be nothing else to do.
I was wondering if he could read lips. It's gotta be hard from that side angle, but... It still kind of looks like a red shark swimming out of a tunnel or a cave. What is that? Whoa, wait, whoa, what? Is Hal committing a murder?
Do you know what happened?
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
Open the pod door, Hal.
The juxtaposition of sound inside of this little pressurized chamber versus the no sound in the vastness of space. It's pretty interesting, and I mean, it's accurate, right? I love that. He still seems so far away. Grab him, grab him. Not exactly how I envisioned that happening. I thought they would grab him, but cool. Well, as long as they got him. The space scenes remind me a little bit of Firefly and the choice that they made most of the time to not have the spaceships make noise in space from the exterior shots. Okay, why are we showing the guys on life support? Is Hal, like, murdering them right now? That's so sad. How? Stupid red light.
Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal.
I don't think he's gonna do it this time.
Hello, Hal, do you read me?
I mean, I think he just doesn't care.
Do you read me, Hal?
Affirmative, Dave. I read you.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do. This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
Oh, he is prideful.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
Al?
Again, this feels hopeless. Ah! What's he gonna do? I don't know. Oh no. Is he just letting him go? That's really sad. I mean, it's possible he's dead already. I'm now wondering, like, even if he gets inside, is there any hope of saving anybody but himself? Can he successfully disconnect Hal? Like, I want to have hope, but I'm struggling to hold on to any. Oh. Is he planning just to blow everything up to make sure that Hal doesn't further cause any damage out there on Jupiter or for anything else, for any other missions? I guess that's very noble, but I don't want to see him die. Would he be able to survive that? Oh, he's just trying to make sure he gets in. Okay.
Dave, I know everything hasn't been quite right with me.
So you do know.
But I can assure you now that it's going to be all right again. I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly. Take a stress pill and think things over.
Oh, he's trying to get him to meditate right now. I don't think that. No, it's a time for action.
Dave, stop.
You stop. How?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid, Dave.
Does he feel the fear for real? Or is he just preying on Dave's emotions? Like with that weird psychological test.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
I kind of thought he would have more to say than this. I'm thinking of Janet on The Good Place, who tried very, very hard to convince them not to murder her.
My instructor was Mr. Langley, and he taught me to sing a song.
I want to hear the song.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due.
So creepy. Too low now. Oh, it sounds like a demon. Oh.
This is a pre-recorded briefing.
What?
In which, for security reasons, has been known on board only by your HAL 9000 computer.
Oh my gosh.
18 months ago, the first evidence of intelligent life off the Earth was discovered, except for a single, very powerful radio emission aimed at Jupiter. 4 million-year-old black monolith has remained completely inert.
Huh.
Its origin and purpose, still a total mystery.
Oh my gosh. What? How disheartening to receive that message when the whole crew is dead. Will he be able to carry out this mission alone? Dave! Oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh. What an incredible shot. And it just like disappears. I want to know what it was like recording all of these voices. Incredible. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is happening? Are these like laser bullets or is someone traveling really fast through space? It's colorful as all get out. I don't understand. Oh man, is he like, is his brain gonna explode? This is crazy. Oh man, what? This is so enveloping. All of my senses are on overload right now. Almost too much. Like, this is a lot. Oh yeah, it burned on his eyes now. Oh man. Wow. Whoa. I don't really know how to discern what these images are, but oh my gosh, they're amazing. It's like someone's ripping a hole in space or something. It almost seems like the inside of a lava lamp. At times, anyway. Or a heart, or an embryo, or... Gosh, I just don't know what I'm looking at. I gotta be honest, this part of the movie, I don't think I would want to see in theaters. It's overwhelming. I'm on sensory overload right now. Like, oh my gosh. Is that like one of the goals of this movie? Is like all the breathing and the sound effects are so enveloping, and all these visuals, like this whole movie is kind of overwhelming and incredible, and this landscape terrain seems similar to the beginning of the movie. I don't know. This is possibly the most unusual thing I've ever seen, and I can't wait to figure out what these visuals represent. Okay, and he's just looking. Is he moving through space? Did this monolith transport him somewhere? This is very transcendent, that's for sure. Oh, it almost looks normal. Oh, that's like kind of a nice reprieve. Oh, what? Huh? We're just looking in this room? What? What? How did the... Oh, who's this? What? Dave, you're older. I remember when Interstellar came out, people kind of comparing it to this movie in some ways, and I get the comparison. Both of those movies at this point have me going, what? This is one of the trippiest things I've ever seen in my life. Okay, who's this person? What's going on? What? Kind of getting Inception vibes too. I think Christopher Nolan is heavily inspired by this movie. What? Oh, just... I don't have words. Huh? What's he gonna point at? The monolith. Oh my goodness. What? Did he just get older and older until he turned into an embryo? I'll be honest, I don't even know if I'm like interpreting this situation correctly at all. The music's back though. Wow. I don't. The music, I've always kind of thought this, that the music sounded kind of like the beginning of life, and so I always thought it kind of felt out of place as a film score. I don't think that anymore. That was fascinating. Well, I just finished watching 2001: A Space Odyssey. What did I just watch? I've never felt so overwhelmed by a movie in my life. Definitely some confusion, some big giant question marks hanging out over my head today. I'm gonna take it that maybe the beginning of the movie was really the dawn of man, but it makes me feel like these monoliths, these black metal platforms are, I don't even know, is there some kind of alien life form that is directly involved in the evolution of mankind? He seemed at the end like maybe it was a giant leap forward in man's evolution. Maybe I'm completely misreading the situation here. I am completely baffled, intrigued, and curious. And I think a great movie should make you ask questions, unless I'm just being completely dense and stupid and not understanding the movie. If I am, please point it out and tell me and let me know. But I get the feeling that this movie is intentionally supposed to make you go, I feel like my head exploded in this film. Like, I need some time to put the pieces back together again. I definitely have the urge to go and look up everything I can about the ending of this movie. I'm resisting because I want to hear what you think about this movie. I want to grow and learn to understand this movie through your eyes. So please, please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this movie. What did I start to get right? What have I totally missed? What do you love about this movie? I think that this movie is a technical masterpiece. I really am blown away just at how the plotting of the movie, the way the music was used, the visuals. It just had me fully engaged the whole time, which I'm pretty hyper today, so my mind was spinning around like a million miles an hour. But yet, even in the kind of slow-paced nature of this film, I was pretty zoned in. I'm sure I made a lot of dumb comments because I was so hyper today, but this movie has me reeling. Hey, if you enjoyed this reaction, please give this video a like and subscribe to this channel for more content just like it. If you really want to support the channel, consider supporting on Patreon. We do polls over there for members. I give updates. You'll know every movie that's going to be released for the next month if you're on Patreon. And also full-length reactions are there as well, so you can see the full detailed of my reactions. If you want to just watch a certain scene in an extended format or watch the whole movie with me, you have that option over on Patreon. So thank you so much for being here as a part of Casual Nerd Reactions. I really value you as a viewer, and hey, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.